Story time of how I walked in on my ex cheating on me on my birthday. Yes, my birthday. I waited years to make this video and I finally can, so let's just get into it. So I went to LSU and I was dating this football player. I was with this person for almost 3 years. My ex was a serial cheater. All you had to do was have a vagina and he was in there. But I didn't know this. So when we first got together, my delusional oh, he loves me. Best friend, he told me he loved me. Oh, he brought me Chick-fil-A. That's how it was. Like the first few months, I was on cloud 9. He had a lot of issues going on and there was a lot of red flags that should have made me leave him. But I was like, no, I gotta thug this out. I gotta be with this man. I didn't know about the cheating, but I did know about the meanness. He was very mean to me. But I noticed these little switch ups would happen out of nowhere. And ladies, I want to tell y'all, when a man does this, when a man flips his mood at you, when he starts being mean to you, that means he doesn't like you. That means he's looking for a reason to take out unnecessary emotion that has nothing to do with you. And 10 times out of 10, they're always going to make up a situation, pin out the littlest detail that you did. Maybe you use this makeup brush and not the other brush. Whatever it is, it's a randomizer to have an excuse to treat you the way they really want to treat you. But let's keep going. So time goes by. My birthday is March. The draft is April. I was doing everything for him and his family, his planning. He doesn't do anything for my birthday planning, but luckily I already have a trip planned to go to Vegas with me and my girls. So the day of my birthday comes and we sitting in the bed, bro, not talking about no plans. I'm like, oh, we could go to New Orleans. Maybe we could go grab a drink. We could go on a cute dinner date. This LSU starting football player tells me that he don't got it. I said, don't got what? Time? He said, no money. So I'm like, okay, babies. He bought me a bottle of Crown Apple and I was downstairs watching Twilight by myself while he was upstairs playing the game. He hated me. But dealing with this man, I kept a lot of things to myself. He would go off on me, kept it to myself. Him snapping on me randomly, keep it to myself. He dealing with his mama, keeping it to myself. I cannot believe I had this kind of birthday, but thank God my flight was in a few hours so I could catch a flight to Vegas and have fun with my girls. He was at my house while I was away. But I noticed when I called him when I landed, when I'm checking in with him the next day, he would seem a little annoyed. He would seem very dry. So now Jenna's in kiss up mode. What did Jenna do wrong? Can we talk it out? What's going on? The girls and I was at dinner and I was scrolling on Twitter. I saw that LSU was having a family feud with Southern on LSU's campus. Everybody was going to be there. I'm like, okay, perfect. I sent him the flyer and he said, I'm not going to that. I remember asking him, why don't you want to go? Jenna, I'm done with you. I don't have to explain anything to you. And am I missing something right here? Am I missing? Is there a page I didn't flip? What the fart knuckles? When I tell you this man went off, me sending him a Twitter flyer resulted into us breaking up. Yes, we broke up. Next thing you know, I'm blocked. I texted my roommate. I said, hey, is old boy there? She said, nah, friend. And your key on your nightstand too. Mind you, this is our very first argument. I told y'all everything was good up until this point. So baffled at the fact that us breaking up came from me asking why he doesn't want to go to a college family feud. And if you know, you know, when you arguing with your man on your birthday, that whole birthday is over with. Come here. Ladies, I'm going to tell you two things. Men with low ego and low self-esteem and men who just want to control women make sure to do their biggest one on a day that's just about them. Birthday celebration, a self-accomplishment. Whatever it is, he hates you and he doesn't respect you. He does that because on your day that's so big, he wants you to make him feel good. And you always make him feel good by saying, baby, why weren't you there? Baby, why are you asking like this? Don't fall for it. Run away. Swim away. Get off the flight. I come home. All his stuff is packed. My key is indeed on that nightstand. I'm calling both the phones. I'm kissing up to him. I'm trying to make him feel special. It's a long travel day. 12 a.m. at this point, baby. I get in my bed and I go to sleep until it's 6 a.m. in the morning and I get waken up to a phone call from his mother. Go to part 2. Jenna, where is blah? Where is blah? I can't contact him. He's not answering his phone. They're in the hospital. I'm like, He left. Jenna, please go to his house. Please go to his house. Okay. I get out of the bed. I put one sock on one foot, a flip-flop on the other, and I take off in my car and I head to his house. 6:15 in the morning at this time. All I could think of when I was in this car, I hope they're okay and I pray this man is home, because what is really going on? He lived 15 minutes away from my college apartment, baby, but I got there in 6 minutes, okay? I'm driving, I'm passing up red lights. I turn the corner. I see a Mercedes Benz. Now, mind you, my ex had a roommate and that roommate had a girlfriend, and I know what both of those cars look like. Let's keep going. So I'm like, who's this? I'm like, oh, somebody working on the roof, because ain't no way. I park my car, and when I'm getting out my car, I see my ex's roommate's girlfriend walking out. And she looking at me, I'm looking at her, she looking at, and I'm not gonna say who it is. This was the day that girl became my best friend. She's a well-known woman, and y'all know her very well. I'm not gonna say her name, but if she comment, she comment. At this point, we having a stare off. I said, Billy, who car this is? She said, I thought that was your car. I said, oh, hell no. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, okay? She's in the garage walking out. I'm in the driveway walking up. As we're having this conversation and meeting each other, I get a ding ding on my phone, and it's him. This long paragraph. Jenna, I love you so much. I took a cold shower. I was tripping. I would love to go to Family Feud with you. I didn't even read the rest of the message. I said, who car this is? That was my first mistake. It was happening so fast. As soon as we met each other in the driveway, Pizza said, Jenna. And when she's saying that, I look behind her, and it's a girl climbing out the window. Hot pink socks, big white t-shirt, and had my mother and bonnet on. My bonnet! I'm very well aware that my issue is with the guy, even though the girl didn't know of what she did. So right then and there, boom, I'm trying to get into that house, because what the fart knuckles is going on? She climbed out the window to the door, and right when I got to the door, boom, slam. I was locked out. Y'all know what Pizza did? Mind you, Pizza is right there watching all this happen. And she's like, Jenna. I turn around. I'm in shock, panting like, what is going on? Who is this? Did he cheat on me? What is going... Mind you, this is all happening in 15 seconds. We meet in the driveway. Long paragraph. Whose car is this? Climbing out the window. Me get to the window. Boom. Turn around to Pizza. I didn't even have to say nothing to her. She said, Jenna. She pulls out a hidden key. Boom. So then I walk in the door. Pizza take off. Ain't nobody supposed to know she had that key. I walk in. He's standing right there. The girl is right behind him in my bonnet. They both staring at me. I drop to the floor, and I'm just crying and crying and crying. Why? This was so traumatizing for me. She had no clothes on, and they both staring at me. I tell him, I'm here because somebody's in the hospital. Your blah, blah, blah is in the hospital. He's just silent. He's not saying nothing. He couldn't say nothing. He looking like this. Everywhere but me. My eyes is bloodshot red. My eyes feel like they're about to pop out of their sockets. Like, that's how hard I was crying. He's now in my face, pushing me into the garage. And I'm pushing him back. I'm like, I don't want that girl. Why would you? Why would you? He's saying, why what? Why what? What do you mean, why? And I'm like, what you mean? What do I mean, why? Are you crazy? I was shook. I'm screaming at him, I hate you. And if she was smart, she would hurry up and get in her car and drive off. Next thing you know, I heard her car skirt off. She probably didn't even grab her book bag. He was like, look, Jenna, I was living a double life. This isn't what I want. You and me, it's not what I want. It's not for me. All right. He thinks I'm about to hit him. But I place my finger on that garage door opener. I press it and I walk out. Y'all, mind you, I'm still on the phone with his mother. She is watching and hearing all this happen at this time. I'm in tears, trying to catch my breath, going to my car. Next thing you know, y'all, he comes out. He's staring at me in my window just like this. I can't even talk. I'm crying so hard. He opens my car door, not to hug me, not to say I'm sorry, but he opens my trunk so he could get the rest of his stuff. And he goes back in the house. His mother calls me, Jenna, what happened? Da-da-da. I said, I just walked in on him cheating on me. I wipe my eyes. I go around the corner to see Pizza there waiting on me. She was supposed to be on her way to class in Lafayette, an hour and a half away, but she stayed there to make sure I was okay. She gets at her car door. She said, I know we don't talk much when we in this house, But here's a key. I made an extra one so you could have it in case you left your stuff or you want to go back to him. I'm not going to judge you, but I want you to have this. She said, I'm going to follow you to your apartment to make sure you're okay, and I'm going to hit the road, but you call me later, and here's my number. If she wants to comment, she could comment, but I was like, that, and y'all would never guess who it is. There's so much more to the story, like the girl knowing that I was the girlfriend and telling my friend and telling everybody in the student union that she just messed with so-and-so's boyfriend and he's a football team. It got back to me, but that's another story in itself. I know you guys love me and you're gonna say, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you, but please believe a lot of healing has went on. Me experiencing that was part my fault because there was so many red flags that I should have paid attention to, but decided to stay anyway. This was more than 3 years ago. I'm good.
A TikToker who does substitute teaching got fired on her first day. Basically, there was this TikToker that posted a video like day in the life of a substitute teacher and was just making like what she's doing at her first day subbing. The whole video was getting criticized because she starts out by like continuously showing multiple like times that people said she looks like a student, and most people I feel like have brushed by this, but I think that is kind of weird because it's like, why are you trying to blend in with the kids? There's no problem with like having your own style and stuff, but I mean, I feel like there is obviously an understanding of how you need to dress like in professional settings, and trying to dress to blend in with the people you're supposed to be teaching is kind of crazy, but whatever. She puts like 2 or 3 times in the video where people say she looks like a student, and every time she's like, like, girl, that's not, you shouldn't be happy about that. I don't know, it just was like off-putting to me. But then she basically goes on to say like, oh, well, I'm the type of teacher that doesn't make the kids do anything. And it's like bragging about the fact that she's not gonna like follow the lesson plans or something. I don't even know. She's just saying like she's letting the kids do whatever she wants because she's a cool teacher. And she's like filming herself putting her feet up on the actual teacher's desk because, you know, she's a sub. She's not even a teacher. She's subbing, and she's like putting her feet up on the desk and doing all this stuff. Which again is just like weird, or just like, why are you doing that? But like, it's not that big of a deal. But then they're doing like, I don't know if it was for homecoming or what, but they're doing some type of like school like activity. Like they have people walking through the hallway, kind of like a parade. And she's like filming these kids without their consent and, you know, posting it on TikTok, filming all these kids. And she literally says in the video, like, this girl walks by and she's like, damn shorty, like da-da-da. She says something about, I can't remember her exact wording, but she says something like to the effect of the kids are going to make her act up. And, you know, that's fucking weird. This is a high school, and you're sitting in here like trying to dress like a kid and saying damn shorty to the kids. And yeah, it was just, the whole video was really odd. And then also she keeps talking about how she did like a photo shoot outside during her lunch break and like was taking pictures of herself and like videos trying to look all like cool and mysterious, which again, I've seen like nobody else talking about this part of the video, but that is also weird to me. Like, why are you posing and like taking photos at a high school that you're working at? It's just odd to me. I don't know. But obviously the main problem with the video was the fact that she filmed kids and made weird comments towards them. So then like she posted this to TikTok, you know, for everybody to see. Interesting choice. And then obviously like the school district she was working for found out, so they told her like she's not allowed to sub there anymore. And she gets on TikTok and is like doubling down and blaming it on people for it. She's like, it's your guys' fault, like for meddling. Like, you guys don't know me. You don't know how I talk. You don't know how I act. And she kept saying all this stuff about, you guys just got me in trouble because I have tattoos. Girl, it has nothing to do with your tattoos. It has to do with you literally like making weird comments towards children, but whatever. And she just keeps saying like how people misunderstood what she meant, and like keeps blaming it on the viewers, acting like she didn't do anything wrong. Okay, you guys are just misunderstanding what I'm saying. You're taking what I'm saying out of context. How can you misunderstand and take out of context you saying to a child, damn shorty? I really don't think there could be any other like meaning or implication from saying that other than you being attracted to a child. And this is alleged. Don't know for sure if this is true. From what I've been seeing people say, she literally wore like a strap to school. And I don't mean a gun, if you know what I'm saying. Which again is weird. Why are you wearing that into a school? Why are you wearing that into a school? Why are you wearing that into a school? I really just can't wrap my head around it. Ooh, and the cherry on top of it all for me is in her video where she's like trying to, you know, blame it on everybody else and say like people are just mischaracterizing her. She literally keeps talking about how she didn't know she wasn't allowed to film children without their parents' consent. If you don't know that, how are you subbing? Like, I'm genuinely wondering this. Like, you don't know literally, like, I feel like the most well-known basic rule of being at a school. I don't believe her. I don't think that's true. I don't think she doesn't know she's not allowed to film the kids. But she's like, well, I'm a content creator. What do you expect? Like, I film everything. Well, I would think you would know not to film children, but whatever. I would also think you know not to be interested in children, but I guess you don't know that either. The whole situation literally just makes me sit there and go. And I also don't understand how she's not facing, like, any more consequences than just getting fired, because I feel like there needs to be an investigation done or something. Like, check the computer, check the phone, check the files. Bye.
These are all the things my best friend of 13 years did to me that made me cut her the fuck off. Also, this is your sign to stop keeping shitty people in your life just because you've known them a long time and you go way back. Because going way back means nothing if they treat you like fucking garbage. So number one, if I liked or showed interest or even got the slightest bit of joy out of something in this world, she had to fucking hate it. And I don't mean just hate it. She had to despise it. She loved to just go on and on about how terrible she thought the things I liked were every single time that we hung out. It was so fucking weird. It wasn't like dislike, like it was passionate hate. And I swear she would like half these things until I liked it and then she had to hate it. Another thing she would do is intentionally like reach and go out of her way to make me feel unimportant, not good enough, like etc., ugly, whatever the case scenario was, not interesting enough. Like she would just gas the living shit out of everyone around us, like all of our other friends, but make sure she never gave a single compliment to me. But when I say gas up everyone else, I mean like worship the fuck out of every single girl in the friend group except for me. I was like, girl, what did I ever do to you? And since she had that cute little era where she hated everything I liked, the only thing I ever really got from her was criticism, whether it was like about how ugly my outfit was or how stupid my style was or whatever the fuck. Like she literally wanted me to know how unimportant she thought I was. Like it was her fucking mission. And that's like a dumbass little thing girls will do if they're like jealous of you or they give you like I want to be you vibes, is they will purposefully just gas up every single person except for you, especially if they think you're like the prettiest person in the friend group or whatever. Not saying I fucking was, but definitely she thought I was, because she made it her goddamn mission to make me feel unimportant. But as for the one thing we did have in common, we both always wanted to be YouTubers since we were super, super little. That solidified for me. And it eventually became my full-time job. And like immediately after my channel blew up, she tried to start her own channel, posted like 2 videos, and then fucking gave up. But ever since that, she's been breaking her goddamn back trying to get me to quit. I shit you not, this girl would call me up randomly and be like, I don't think you should continue social media. Like, internet hate can get really bad. Like, out of fucking nowhere. As if I've never, like, gotten internet hate. Like, as if I don't know what it is. Or if I have, like, a really good month with views or something, she'll be like, oh, social media is so oversaturated. Like, I really think you should, like, quit or, like, find something else. And that quote they say, that's, like, the only people that will talk you out of going after your dreams are the people that already gave up on theirs, is fucking accurate. Also, genuine question, like, are you fucking dumb? Like, you think I'm gonna, like, get off the phone with you and be like, she's right, I might get hate, I have to quit? Like, what the actual fuck? I hate when dumbass people call me telling me dumbass shit. Not to mention, when I was going through one of the most toxic relationships of my entire life, like, fully being, like, traumatized, she stopped being friends with me because I wouldn't break up with him. As if it's, like, that fucking easy. And I don't know, I don't care if y'all come for me for this shit. The way I look at it is, I will be there for my friends no matter if I fucking agree with it or if I don't. I'm not afraid to tell them if they're wrong, but even if I think they made a stupid decision, I will never fucking abandon them. After I finally dumped him, obviously she came crawling back into my life, and guess what the situation was? She was in her own little toxic relationship, and I was there for her like a fucking dumbass. Where was she when I was going through mine again? Oh yeah, she fucking left me. Can't even say anything though, because that's my own dumbass fault. Honestly, the list goes on and on forever, but this is getting a little long, so let me know if you guys want a part 2. But always remember, just because you've known that they existed a little longer than the next guy, doesn't mean that they're still not a shitty person.
Bitch, you ever had a sneaky link so motherfucking good you forgot you had to keep that shit a sneaky link? Hey sister, get ready with me while I tell y'all the story time about this juicy ass sneaky link that sister went on, bitch. Okay, so off real, bitch, let me go ahead and tell y'all how me and this nigga met. I met this boy through the dude that my best friend was messing with at the time, y'all. Me and him start texting, talking. We just vibing, getting to know each other. We were supposed to go on like a little double date type shit, but bitch, it never fell through. So we was texting and talking, but eventually we stopped texting each other because like we was never linking or nothing. We just used to flirt here and there, so it just wasn't going nowhere anyways, bitch. We used to always just swipe up on each other Instagram stories, you know, just say little shit or whatever, y'all know. Y'all know the vibes. We would swipe up on each other DMs, bitch. This shit was probably going on for like a year, bitch, and we never fucking linked, sister. I think one day he slid up and said something about how he never seen me. So me being the type of bitch I am, sister, I'm like, okay, let's link. Pull up on me. I'ma keep it a bean. I was this bitch that, you know, like in my head I'm like, we not finna do nothing, but bitch, I took a good ass shower. Like bitch, I got on my best body wash, I got on everything, coochie ball waxed down. So boom, the day finally comes and it's time for us to link, bitch. So I send the address. I ain't gonna lie, once I sent the address I was like, oh shit, like, oh shit. So he pulled up, you know, I go outside. First of all, he wasn't even in front of the right building. Y'all already know how it be when you walk into a nigga car, but you like, low, you got your face down, acting like you looking at something on your phone. Whole time I wasn't looking at shit. So I get in the car, bitch, we just sit there and look at each other, smiling at each other. I'm talking about we both sitting there like, me trying to be face shy, bitch. I'm like, hey. We start chopping it up and whatnot. We just talking. Y'all know the basic shit. Acting like we ain't been swiping up on each other's shit. Y'all, why that nigga gonna ask me for a hug? He's talking something, damn, I can't get a hug. Nigga, you about to get more than a hug. Like, what is you talking about? Eventually, I told my little brother to bring my iPad outside so we can watch us some movies. We wasn't gonna watch no movie. At first, we just sitting in the front seat, we chilling. Bitch, out of all motherfucking things, why the fuck did I put on Halloween? Bitch, I should have put on some motherfucking Love and Basketball or something. But I put on Michael Myers. Shit, I was trying to see if he was gonna scare me out of them drawers. So we end up making our way to the back seat. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know if he said let's get in the back seat or if I don't know if I initiated, bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. So when we get in the back seat, sister, he laying like behind me, but he kind of like sitting up. Like he not like laying directly down because he had a Mustang, bitch. The back seat wasn't giving a thick bitch like me no space, ho. Eventually, sister, he started rubbing on me, bitch. I'm like, oh shit, nah. Eventually, he started grabbing them tatas. Once he started rubbing them girls, water part activated immediately, bitch. He was like teasing a bitch. He kept going down towards Big Bertha, but then he kept moving his hand back up. Niggas, you scared to touch it? Please touch it. So me just being the bold bitch I am, sister, I was like, you scared to touch it? Hands instantly started going down. Bitch, he started rubbing on my girl. Once he started doing it, you know, like, I'm getting in that mode, I'm getting activated, bitch. So, bitch, while he doing it, sister, he started whispering in my motherfucking ear, y'all. I'm talking about, he like, I've been waiting to get my hands on you. Girl, he's seeing all kinds of shit. You can just imagine the tension that was building up. So, bitch, he put that hand up in there, bitch. You know, he started DJing. Wiki. Bitch, and the whole time he doing this, y'all, he still whispering all kinds of shit at my ear. So, bitch, sister was ready to go, bitch. This went on for like a few minutes, bitch. I'm like, oh my gosh, nigga. Eventually, he come from behind me and come in front of me, y'all. Y'all already know the famous line, take these off. Don't mind if I do. But you know me, I like to give a nigga a little back, you know? So, bitch, I'm like, you take him off. You can bet your last dollar he did quick as fuck too, bitch. So, bitch, he go down there. And before you even connect that mouth to that pearl, bitch, y'all, he was like, this is so pretty. Thank you very much. Sister, I was like, oh shit nah, nigga. I really didn't think he had it in him, I'm not gonna lie. Baby, I'm gonna end up there in shock, like, but I would have been linked with you, like, this what you want? I would have been linked with you. It's time to get to the real deal, like, let me see what that's hitting for. Sister, y'all, that thing slid up in there, y'all. Bitch, I'm talking about, you can tell he been waiting for this. Like, he's showing out, like, he doing his shit. This the first time sister girl has ever literally shed tears. Mind you, the whole time, sister, he talking the whole time. He's seeing all type of, I can't tell y'all what he was seeing on here. And he's just like, you so fucking pretty, you so, baby, he's up on me. So, bitch, we end up finishing and whatnot. Sister, I'm breathing hard as fuck. I'm talking about. He look at me, bitch. He talking about, son, you done? Nigga, is you done? Sister, that man looked at me. That man said, nah, I want some more. Excuse me? But I ain't no bitch, so I'm like, yeah. Okay, we can run it back. Bitch, we end up going to another complex that's dark as hell, bitch. So I'm like, I can't go out no bitch. So, you know what? It's my time to shine, nigga. Ride that horse, baby, ride that horse. Wasn't no slipping with this one, bitch. Wasn't no slip hole. That nigga throwing his head back. So I'm like, zoom, 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 zoom. Bitch, I'm doing my big one. Y'all already know that nigga sounding like a little bitch. At that point, Toe was throwing up game size, bitch. You can tell he was shocked. After that, sister, we just kept linking and nobody knew. I wish I could go into full detail. Y'all gonna have to catch me on live, bitch. Just know that motherfucker was hitting. I thought the first time he did his big one, baby, he did his big one every time. I just think sneaky links are so much funner when nobody literally knows who it is. It's not a sneaky link if everybody know who you linking with, bitch. But anywho, sister, this time my makeup came out, y'all. I did no lashes because every time I put on lashes, my eyes just be watering so damn bad. So let me know what other story times y'all want. And y'all, bitch, go follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel because y'all be asking if I have one. Yes, I have one. But anywho, bye, sister.
Story time about my girls' trip to Vegas that went horribly wrong and then ended with me being cussed out by your guys' favorite rapper and then being robbed for thousands of dollars by the end of this fucking trip. So to protect the identity of everybody in this situation, I will be using code names clearly, but we're gonna start off with 4 girls, okay? Myself being one of the girls, obviously. So the 4 girls are myself, my cousin, we're gonna call this girl Pebbles, and then we're gonna call my bestie who was on this trip, we're just gonna call her Bestie, just to make things simple. So it's my cousin's graduation from college. Obviously it's a huge thing. I want to celebrate it. We love celebrating, so of course this is a huge achievement, right? You're graduating from college. Of course we have to go on a girls trip, and of course it just makes sense to go to fucking Vegas because why not? So I set up everything for this trip. I set up the room. I have a plug that will get us free rooms. I have like all the situations set up. So pretty much we don't have to spend any of our own money. So I'm planning pretty much this trip 100% by myself. And my cousin, she brings Pebbles, which is her best friend. And then I bring my bestie to this trip, okay? Obviously we had a group chat with all 4 of us in it, just discussing the trip and like what our itinerary was, whatever. The day comes, we all have different flights. So me and Bestie have one flight, and then Pebbles and cousin have the same flight. So we all land at different times though. So me and Bestie land pretty early in the day. My cousin and Pebbles, they land a little bit later than us. And then while me and my bestie are getting dressed to go to dinner, I get a text from my cousin and Pebbles in the group chat. And they said, hey, we're gonna stop at this Jamaican food spot for dinner because we haven't ate all day. So I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, no worries. We'll see you guys when we see you, like no rush. We'll all link up to go out later that night. So it just so happened, I'm gonna call my friend Ace. So my homeboy Ace that just happened to be out there the same time as me is out there doing his thing, whatever. And he hit me and was like, hey, do you wanna go get dinner with my friends? He had a group of friends that were out in Vegas, and they just happened to be staying at the same hotel as like our whole group. So I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, whatever. So we all link up for dinner. So it's me and Bestie and then Ace and all his homeboys or whatever. And Ace, he's a little bit of a baller, whatever. So he rented out like this whole area of like the restaurant that we were at. So time goes by and we're enjoying the dinner with Ace and his friends and me and Bestie. We're just having drinks, we're eating. We've been there for a minute at this point and my cousin still hasn't pulled up to the hotel. By the time she gets there, I tell her, hey, come meet me at this restaurant. I'll give you the hotel key so that you can go up to the room and just, you know, get ready so that we can go out later tonight. My cousin hits me and she's like, hey, I'm outside. So I meet them outside of the restaurant and I give them the key. Pebbles fixes her mouth to say, oh, so you guys are just gonna go out to dinner and not tell us anything? And I'm like, girl, y'all have food in your hand. Y'all went to a Jamaican spot by yourselves. Like, I can't help that you chose to do something different. And she's like, well, why wouldn't you tell us that you guys were going out to eat at a nice restaurant, and you know, like, you guys rented out like a whole area of the restaurant and you didn't even tell us? Like, we would have rather have did that. So I proceed to tell her, like, oh girl, like, you know, it is what it is. You guys, you know, it was last minute. Had I known that you guys were going to take that long, you know, you guys wouldn't have even made it in time. Like, it was just like a coincidence that my friend was out here and we all just went to dinner last minute. Mind you, Pebbles I have only known for like less than a year. Like, I had seen her maybe once or twice in passing with my cousin, but like, I didn't know her like that. She's not my friend. She is my cousin's best friend. So like, for you to even start talking to me like that, red flag already. And it's not even day one. It's hour one of this girls trip. So my cousin kind of intervenes and she's like, you know, whatever, it's cool. Like, we're going to go upstairs and get dressed. You know, I wish you guys would have invited us, whatever. I guess I could have said something in the group chat. But y'all were already like 2 hours later. We had already been at the restaurant for like 2 hours. So it's like, girl, there's nothing we could do. Anyways, dinner ends. Me and Bestie go upstairs to our hotel room with Pebbles and my cousin to, you know, go out for the night. Mind you guys, this is night one. And let me say this too, actually. I got us such a beautiful hotel room. So clean, luxurious. There was 2 different wings of this hotel room, okay? Not even to like flex, but like my friends that have traveled with me before and we go out like on trips, I'd be making sure we have all the nice shit, okay? When I'm planning it, I make sure everyone has their own room, everyone's comfortable, everyone has their own situation, okay? So as we're getting dressed, Pebbles fixes her mouth to say, again, this room is dirty. This room looks so dirty. Like, who booked this room? And I'm like, girl, what do you mean who? This is a 5-star hotel and we're in a huge fucking suite, okay? This isn't like, oh, one of the basic rooms, 2 bed, 1 bath. This is a big ass suite, okay? So I'm just kind of ignoring her. I'm just like, whatever. Once we go out, hopefully the energy changes and we, you know, I won't hear her mouth. We get in our Uber to go to Dre's. And if you know Dre's, that's like the best club in Vegas. It's my favorite club. I always go there every time I go. It's just such a vibe. I love just everything there. So we get into Dre's and of course, Pebbles and my cousin. Pebbles tells my cousin, oh, you know, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom, right? And so I'm like, I don't need to go to the bathroom. Like, y'all can go, right? So my cousin was like, okay, we'll be back. We're going to go to the bathroom as we're in the club, right? So they walk off. They go to the bathroom. Me and Bestie are just keeping out the scene. We're walking up, looking cute, whatever. And obviously, as I expected, because they were like, oh, like, we don't know anybody's booth, da-da-da. Instantly, as soon as we walk in, within the next, like, first 5 minutes, somebody comes up to us and is like, hey, I am such and such's producer or assistant or something, and he would love for you guys to come to the artist booth. He's about to perform, you know, and hang out with us for the night. Okay, cool. But I had already told the assistant, I was like, hey, I have 2 other girls with me. I have my cousin and I have her best friend. So just make sure that there's enough room for all 4 of us. And she goes, oh, you know, don't worry about it. Don't worry. You guys are all good. Just like, you know, let me know when your cousin and her friend get out the bathroom, right? So I text the group chat with all 4 of us and I'm like, hey, we're going to go to the artist booth. Let me know when you guys get out of the bathroom so I can grab you. And then this is when my cousin started to act a little bit weird. So she texts the group chat and she goes, why would you leave us? Why would you leave us knowing that we just went to the bathroom? How could you leave us? I'm like, girl, we didn't leave you. I just told you when you get out the bathroom, let me know. I'm going to have the girl come down and get you guys so we can all sit together. Like, what's not clicking? So as I told them, when they got out of the bathroom, the assistant went down and grabbed the girls so that they can come to the artist booth and sit with all of us. Okay, great. However, my cousin and Pebbles both seemed like they had a little bit of an attitude, okay? You know when you're like texting somebody, you're texting your friend, but you guys are texting like when you're next to each other, like it's like you're gossiping about the situation? That's what was going on. I could clearly tell my cousin was texting Pebbles talking shit about me, okay? But the night goes on. We all are drinking. We're all having fun. Like, they're ordering, like, all these, like, Don Julio bottles, like, 1942, like, bottles, right? So obviously at that point, the energy has definitely changed. Everyone's in a great mood. We're all having fun. The vibe is perfectly fine. The rapper that we were with got off of his set and he's chilling with us. We're all having fun, talking, dancing, drinking, whatever. So then Pebbles comes up to me while we're in the booth. She's like, hey, I'm going to try to, mess with the rapper. I'm going to try to see, what's up with him. Y'all, not even 3 minutes into her saying that, I hear the rapper tell me, oh, it's a dead body. Your friend's a dead body. I'm like, what? I look to my left and I see Pebbles asleep in the booth, nodding off. But as she's nodding off, she is violently throwing up on herself, on the table, on her shoes, on all the guys' shoes, on the rapper's shoes. She's just throwing up on everything inside of the ice bucket, okay, at the freaking table. What happens next? The rapper takes out his phone and he starts recording my friend throwing up on herself with the flash on. And this is the end of part 1. Who the fuck did I go to Vegas with? Part two. Okay, so we left off. We are in the club at Dre's in Vegas. At this point, we're all having fun. The vibe has definitely changed. Everyone's having a good time, right? Okay, cool. Pebbles had told me she's gonna try to mess with the rapper. I said, okay, girl, do your big one, right? Okay, cool. So 3 minutes after she says, I'm gonna, try to mess with the rapper taps me and says, hey, like, your friend is a dead body. Your friend's a dead body, right? Okay, we get that part. I look over and her head is literally in between her legs and she's throwing up everywhere, right? As she's doing this, Meek Mill had started to perform, like, as the next artist, the opening, whatever. So Meek Mill's starting to perform and this is all going on at one time. So it's like completely chaotic. Like, I can't hear anybody, but I can just see what's going on and I have vomit on my feet, right? And my bestie was not the one who was vomiting. It was Pebbles, okay? I don't know if that got lost in translation. It was Pebbles. So my bestie taps my cousin and she says, hey, Pebbles is over here throwing up. Like, you need to get her. So y'all, my cousin is like just ignoring us at this point. She's recording. Meek Mill is up there playing Dreams and Nightmares. And then in the background, the rapper is recording my friend Pebbles throwing up all over everybody, right? So it was so bad at this point that my bestie got out of the booth and she went to go grab a security guard and said, hey, like, we need help. Our friend is like blackout drunk. She cannot move. Like, she can't even stand. And as my bestie is talking to the security guard, I'm talking to the rapper and I'm telling him to stop filming her. Like, stop filming, like putting my hand up. And like, it got to the point where I like hit the phone out of his hand, like smashed, like, wadded his phone. And he's like, don't touch my phone, don't, like going off, right? So after I did that, obviously we are not welcome in the booth. They are telling us to leave, right? My bestie is still trying to convince the security guard to come help us so we can leave. And I am like arguing back and forth with the rapper and I'm trying to pick up Pebbles from the floor pretty much to pull her out of the booth. But then I notice, where is cousin at? This is her friend. So you guys, I look to my right and cousin is already standing outside of the booth, just looking at us, just watching us pick her up. Because at this point, Bestie had came back into the booth and we're both trying to pick her up. As we're being yelled at by everybody in the whole section. Like, everyone's yelling at us to get out, calling us names and all this crazy stuff. Like, super duper embarrassing. And we're still being recorded by hella people with the flash on. It was just like so chaotic. And then on top of it, this is not even my friend. Like, why should I have to leave when I'm having fun because of this situation? But honestly, she was so messed up to the point where it was like, I had to leave. Like, my cousin would not be able to take care of her by herself. And the freaking security guards were like, oh, you guys need to figure it out on your own. Or call 911. So I kid you guys not. As me and Bestie picked up this girl and we're dragging her out of the club, mind you, we have to go downstairs. We have to do hella shit to get out of the club. Cousin is just like, well, what do you want me? I'm like looking at her like, help me. And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything either. And I'm like, Oh my, I'm literally about to like crash out right now. We are finally outside of the club, okay? So we're outside of the club waiting for the truck to come pick us up. But as we are walking out of the club, Pebbles is falling on herself, like falling so hard on her face, on her hands. Like as we're, and then cousin is walking hella far in front of us. It's literally me and Bestie carrying her outside as she's stumbling. People are following us, taking videos of us, like laughing at the situation. And then on top of it, she was still throwing up so badly that no truck would actually take us. We like missed 3 trucks. So we had stood outside of the club for a good probably like 45 minutes because nobody wanted to give us a ride. Finally, we get a ride. She stops throwing up long enough so that we can actually get into a truck to go back to our hotel, right? So we get back to the hotel. It was dead silent. Nobody's saying anything because everybody's so pissed. Like I was fuming, like so annoyed, but it's like I can't really be too annoyed because we got to make sure Pebbles is good first before I really crash out the way that I want to. We finally pull up to our hotel. We get up to the room, we get Pebbles changed, and she lays on the couch, and then I decide like I'm done with the night, like I'm not even trying to do anything anymore at this point, right? However, cousin, she goes, oh well, I know somebody out here, so I'll leave, I'll see you guys later. So she just leaves, right? How are you just gonna leave and this is your friend that ruined our whole night, and then you're just gonna go and like go have your fun after the night was just totally ruined? And that completely pissed me off. And this is only, mind you, night 1 of this 3 or 4 day girls trip. I was so furious, and it wasn't, everyone's an adult, so I can't just tell my cousin, no, you can't leave, you need to stay with your friend. Or if anything, me and Bestie should be the one leaving, and you should be staying here looking out for your friend to make sure she doesn't die. So whatever, cousin leaves, she makes her own plans, and she's out of the hotel. So it's just me, Pebbles, Bestie sitting in the hotel room, and I'm just reflecting over the whole night. And meanwhile, Pebbles is knocked out. She has no clue what's going on. So me and Bestie are like, F it. We watch some episodes of Grey's Anatomy at this point, and we knock out in our room. It's the next morning at this point. Me and Bestie woke up, but you know when you're awake, but you're not really awake, you're just kind of like scrolling on your phone in the dark. So that's what we're doing. We're not talking, we're just scrolling on Instagram or whatever we're doing at the time, right? And then we hear a little knock on the door. And who is it? None other than Pebbles. Pebbles wakes up and I'm not kidding you guys, she is in a great mood. She is like laughing. She's like, good morning, you guys. Let's go downstairs and get breakfast. I feel so good. Last night was so fun. Da 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 da. What? So I'm getting ready to say what really happened and break it down to her because obviously she was so lit. She has no recollection of anything that happened, how she even got home at this point. But as I'm getting ready to break the news to her, I hear Bestie in the background listening to some video on a loop. It just sounds like she's watching the same video on a loop. So I'm kind of like, what are you watching? And Bestie just doesn't even say anything. She just puts her phone on the bed for all of us to see what she's looking at. What was the video of, you may ask? Well, the video was a clip that had gotten posted on the Shade Room, and this video had about probably like 50,000 views at the time. And in this video, you guys, it shows Pebbles throwing up all over the table, and it also shows the rapper trying to take off Pebbles' wig. He's trying to pull it off of her. And in the video, you can also see me and the other girls trying to pick up Pebbles to get her out of the booth, and then you see me also like swatting the rapper's hand to try to stop the video from being, filmed. Y'all, it was so silent in that hotel room as we were watching that video. Could have heard a needle drop in that bitch because it was so quiet and it was so awkward. Immediately, like once I noticed her reaction, obviously she's so devastated, I immediately like try to comfort her. I'm like, you know what, do not sweat it, like it is what it is, what's done is done, like, but maybe you should go home because this is a lot, like this is gonna ruin your whole time here. Like, me and Bestie told Pebbles, like, don't claim that it's you, just let them watch it, let it be posted, but you don't have to say that that's you. That could just be any random ass girl on the internet. Just don't claim responsibility. Like, she immediately starts replying to the comments on the shade room saying, that's me, that I'm the girl, y'all. And then this girl goes on Instagram live and starts talking about the whole night. And as she's going live, her live starts going super viral. Like there's literally like 5 or 10,000 people that immediately join her live to see what she's talking about. So at this point, we are telling her, get off of Instagram live. Like, you are making yourself look so crazy. You're trying to like defend yourself, but there's nothing to defend. When I tell you guys, she ran out of the room and runs to the other side of this giant ass hotel and locks herself in the bathroom for like an hour and is continuously going on live, trying to talk about what happened, just trying to get clout off of the whole situation, which was embarrassing for everybody in the group. So we're watching her Instagram live from the other room, and her mom enters the live. Like, they're both on the video screen talking. And the mom goes, well, why weren't the bitches you were with helping you? Who are the bitches? So at this point, cousin re-enters the scene. She's back in the hotel room with all of us. So now the vibe has become Bad Girls Club. It's us two against them two at this point, because everyone's mad at us and we're mad at them. So Bestie was just like, let's just let bygones be bygones. Let's just continue on. This is only day 2 of this trip. We still have like 3 more days with each other. Let's just make amends. Okay, cool. I'm fine with it. But did you think that that was the end of the trip? Do you think that was the end of the drama? No, we're getting to the part where I get robbed. So stay tuned for part 3. Part 3. Who did I go to Vegas with? And I want to preface this by saying the people that are trying to find the video, do not do that. That is not the point of this video. And I initially posted this just to share my POV from honestly a situation that was super traumatic. And if this can save one person that's contemplating going on a girls trip with people they might not know as well, then let this be your sign. Like I said in the previous video, there is so much tension between all 4 of the girls. It honestly feels like it is an episode of Bad Girls Club. It is Pebbles and Cousin versus me and Bestie. I would like to add that I did suggest to Pebbles, if you don't want to go home, maybe we should go to the hospital if you feel like something has been done to you, which is not right. Pebbles declined that offer. And everyone is an adult. I cannot force anyone to do something that they do not want to do. With that being said, we all decide that we want to go to a day party that morning. But I'm still feeling a little bit frustrated because Pebbles is still on Instagram Live. So we all 4 walk as a group to the rideshare pickup area of our hotel to go ahead and head to the next location. Pebbles and Cousin are walking a little bit ahead of me and Bestie, and I get a call from a no caller ID on my personal number. Sir, and I hear a voice of a man on the phone, and he is saying, "Why the is your friend on Instagram Live trying to lie on me?" What? And then it all clicks in my mind. I had given my number to Rapper's manager the night before because they wanted to hang out with us all weekend. And I did this strictly so our accommodations could be conveniently set up for the remainder of the trip. Rapper is on the phone going in on me. He's saying he knows what hotel we're staying at. So I'm sitting on the phone listening to him go off on me, and I'm just like, huh? Simultaneously, as I'm being cussed out by the rapper on the phone, Bestie is watching Pebbles on Instagram Live, and her mom are still talking about the situation. Pebbles' mom is saying stuff like, well, why the you were with not sticking up for you? They left you for dead. They don't give a F about you, yada, yada, yada. Which is completely untrue. I am so overstimulated and I am so overwhelmed. I grab Bestie and I tell her, we are having our own separate trip at this point. I cannot take it anymore. Mind you, this is at the rideshare pickup in front of everybody. Pebbles and Cousin are in the Uber watching me say this to Bestie. So I'm trying to explain to Pebbles is like, yo, you are doxing our location. Like, you continuously going on Instagram Live. What if Rapper had somebody come and jump us? Anything could happen. So like, you are escalating the situation more than it needs to be. So of course, nobody's trying to hear me. So once we pull up to the day party, what do me and Bestie do? Honestly, we leave Pebbles and Cousin because they are not complying with the program. They eventually decide that they are actually going to leave the day party and go do their own thing. Me and Bestie stay at the day party and we enjoy our whole day Me and her have no issues. Cousin is starting to feel bad though at this point after they leave the day party, because she's texting me saying, hey, I'm sorry about everything that's going on. We decided to go here. I'm gonna get Pebbles together and I want to try to make amends so that we can salvage the rest of this trip together. If you know me, you know I love Cousin down. She's like my little sister, so I can't stay mad at her for too long. I instantly text back and I say, okay, I'm fine with it. Let's all talk about it as a group when we all get back to the hotel later that night. All four of us get back to the hotel room and we have a serious heart-to-heart discussion about everything that transpired over the weekend so far. We come to a decision that we are going to let everything go and start fresh. Pebbles makes a promise to all of the girls that she is going to control the amount of time she spends on Instagram Live. I am not trying to tell her she cannot go on live at all to share her story, but at the same time, you cannot show their locations we are at because you are making it very unsafe for all of us here. She also makes a promise saying that she is going to reel her mom back in because her mom is still talking about the situation on Instagram Live. Pebbles' mom was also tagging us in posts trying to send a lot of hate towards me and Bestie because she thinks that we were not helping her the way that she should have been helped, making me feel really uncomfortable because I'm not going to sit here and argue with somebody's mom. Next morning, we decide to go out again, all four of us, and the vibes are completely different. Everyone's getting along. Pebbles actually comes through and she hooks us up with a free cabana, our own booth, food, drinks, bottle service, the whole 9 yards. And she got this through her friend DJ. DJ is a code name. We are going to be protecting DJ's identity as well. Pebbles is vouching for DJ, saying, oh, he's good people, we go way back, we've been friends for years, right? And as day becomes night, DJ suggests that he wants to get all four of us a booth so that we can all go out together later that day. For me, there were 0 red flags at this point. We are all enjoying each other's company and we all go back in the truck to our hotel together. The only thing that I thought was a little bit strange in the moment was that DJ did not leave the hotel while we were getting dressed. He actually brought clothes with him from the day party to our hotel to get dressed with us. And Pebbles didn't really ask us if it was okay. He just kind of invited himself up. I didn't really speak on it because the room was big enough to where they could be on a separate wing and me and Bestie were on the other side. So I didn't really have to interact with them when I'm getting dressed. DJ stays true to his word and he gets us a really great booth at the club that we went to that night, and we had a great night, all 5 of us together. So all 5 of us go back to our hotel, and I just still thought it was weird that DJ is still with us. I would have thought that because he lives in Vegas, he would just go home, right? Unfortunately, Bestie is leaving that same morning. She had to leave a day earlier than all 3 of us. I'm staying an additional day with Cousin and Pebbles. In my mind, there is no more beef between all of us. We have squashed it and we have had a good weekend despite the first night being so awful. For our last night, I kind of just wanted all 3 of us to go out to dinner, do something chill, just have like a really fun final girls' night all together. But we get to the point where it's time to make our plans, and Cousin and Pebbles decided that they actually want to stay in the room for the final night and hang out with the 2 guys that they met over the weekend. So Cousin had somebody and Pebbles had DJ, leaving me as the 5th wheel. That is completely not my vibe, but me being the team player that I am, I'm like, you know what? You guys go ahead and have fun. I'm gonna find my own solo mission to do. And I decide I'm gonna go downstairs and have dinner and just enjoy the vibes by myself. I'm enjoying dinner by myself at the bar, and I see some OGs that I know who are professional gamblers at the casino where the restaurant's at. And they see me by myself and they're like, oh my God, like you gotta come with us. You gotta come with us to the table. We're gonna teach you how to play, yada, 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 right? I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm by myself. Like y'all teach me how to play. Maybe I'll win some money. And that's exactly what happens. They take me to the table. They're trying to teach me how to play dice. And instantly I hit $500 within the first 5 seconds I'm standing there. And the OGs I'm with, they're teaching me how to do it, so I just keep hitting, right? I'm having so much fun. I didn't realize that like 3 or 4 hours had passed and I was still standing at the table. Damn, I'm getting tired, and I have a flight within like 6 hours, so it's time for me to go upstairs and go to bed. So the OGs I'm with, they show me how to cash my chips. I won about $3,000, so I'm so excited. Everyone's hyping me up. I take my money, put it in my purse. I get in the elevator to go back upstairs to my room. I run into my room where my cousin is at. She's sleeping and I'm shaking the hell out of her. I'm like, girl, I just won $3,000. Like, girl, you should have came with me. You would have won too. We would have been all up. She just is kind of like, oh, I'm so glad. You know, we have a flight early in the morning, but you know, let's talk about it tomorrow, right? But I could not fall asleep at this point. I was just very excited and had so much energy. So I go in the living room and I'm just making funny videos to myself, and I'm just having the money that I won and I'm throwing it up in the air, just making silly videos for myself. I take my earnings from the night, I put it in my purse. I also had maybe an additional $900 with me that was for spending while we were on the trip. But what I didn't clock was that DJ was still in the room with Pebbles asleep. And how loud I was telling cousin about my money situation, I instantly kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable. Just to show you guys exactly what I did, I had this bag. I put the cash inside of this bag and I wrapped the chain around my bag like so. I take this same purse and put it in my bathroom near the sink in my bedroom and shut the door. I immediately knock out and I'm not even thinking about this anymore. I wake up the next morning and Pebbles, cousin, and DJ are all gone out of our hotel room. But when I look at my phone, cousin is explaining to me via text that she and Pebbles left early that morning and they didn't want to wake me up because their flight was a little bit earlier than mine. As we are on the phone, I check my Instagram DMs and I have a bunch of messages from DJ. He sent me about 5 or 6 messages saying that he left his wallet and his ID at our hotel room and that he would like to come back to the room to come pick it up. I tell him that's absolutely fine, and naturally I look around the hotel to see if I can find his wallet for him before he gets back to the room. I'm on the phone with cousin at this point and I'm just talking about the trip and our day. When I walk out of my room, I go into the kitchen and I see my purse sitting on the kitchen counter, sitting completely open. When I look inside, what had previously been more than $3,000 had less than $5. This is all happening while I'm on the phone with cousin. And DJ is still blowing up my phone at this point, saying that he's outside and he needs to enter the room to look for his ID. Cousin adds Pebbles to a 2-way call and we're all 3 on the phone together. While I'm talking, I'm also tearing up our hotel room, the couches, the bed, everything to see if I just dropped the money somewhere in the hotel. Pebbles starts trying to tell me, maybe you lost it in the elevator. Comment down below if you ever lost $4,000 in an elevator. As I'm telling this story time to Pebbles and cousin on the phone, DJ blocks me on Instagram and my text messages, despite saying that he was outside of the room knocking on the door, wanting to come in to find his wallet. And Pebbles starts sticking up for DJ, saying, well, why would DJ try to steal your money? He's not like that. He has his own bread. You need to stop trying to accuse people that you might have lost. Again, who has ever lost $4,000 in an elevator? And if DJ did not take my money, why would he instantly block me as soon as I start telling you what happened? While I'm sitting in this beat up ass hotel room because I just tore everything up at this point, what comes on the speaker playing music? Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares. That was my final straw. I leave my hotel room broke, busted, disgusted, and head to the airport by myself, leaving with $0 that I brought with me on this trip. I get home and I make a vow that I will never speak to Pebbles ever again in my life. And I still never have, despite Pebbles and her mom messaging both me and my parents harassing us because I'm sharing my truth of what happened to me on this trip. Me and cousin also fell out for more than a year and I ended up not even going to her graduation party, which was the whole point of us even initially going on this trip in the first place. With that being said, this is the final part of who the did I go to Vegas with, and if you are on the fence deciding if you want to go on a girls trip with girls you might not know as well, let this be your sign to stay home.